Dear Studio Wildcard, I'm a big fan of you guys. Seriously, I really love your work. The game is fantastic. I love playing on public servers and building up and getting destroyed and building up again, all that stuff. It's really fun and thrilling, and the PvP is fantastic. Could use a little work. But I gotta say, you really kind of punched us in the gut here, okay? How can you justify a game being in its alpha and having DLC release for it? You know, and not even just DLC, a $20 expansion, which acts as a whole new facet of the game. You talked about there being a desert level in the game for a while now. You've talked about it for quite a long time, and people invested money in the game. They bought the game expecting that stuff to come to them eventually in a patch, not in DLC. You have essentially screwed over a bunch of people out of $20 of their hard-earned money, and it's not cool that you did that. It's absolutely uncool. You have to draw a limit somewhere in development, and I hope to God that this isn't the case of what's going on, but I think it is. I think the truth is that Studio Wildcard has promised so much for this game now that at some point they sat down and realized they couldn't deliver the rest of it with the amount of money that they've been given. Now that's not cool, okay? For one, you need to not promise people the world. You can't do this. Time and time again have early access games done this and screwed people over. But as an alternative, you cannot promise people things and then unexpectedly make people pay for DLC for it. Because people were expecting this stuff already. Nobody put $20 aside expecting to have to pay for this. The game is in alpha. It's not even technically released yet, and you're already throwing in DLC. It's unacceptable and it's disgusting. If you can't deliver on the promises you're talking about giving people, you need to say something. You need to have impulse control and not promise people these things. If you're working on a game that's in alpha, you should be focused entirely on finishing the game, not putting out DLC. Studio Wildcard, as a closing statement, I say, stop promising the world and promise what you can reasonably do. And don't charge for DLC for a game that's not complete, and promise people content is coming and then make people pay for it. You can't do that.